Hi everyone, welcome back to Hobby Tech here. This time we're gonna build another PC for 2023. I think last time we built it on 2020. I'm using Ryzen 5 5950X. This time we're gonna build a higher spec PC because I just completed the A320 Neo cockpit and using triple 4K with 5 additional monitors. It's just killing the old PC, and it's running very bad, around 15 FPS to around 20 in the when flying. So on the ground you end up with very low FPS. Anyway, so we're going to build hopefully it will address the issues of the low FPS in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 using A320 cockpit, that I'm gonna create another video on that one. So without further ado, let's build the PC. So before we go further, we're gonna take a look at the components and what's going to be used in this build. So it's going to be dark theme. So it's going to be lack or less RGB lighting. So it's just probably fully dark or black color. Okay, so in this build we're going to use AMD again, which is Ryzen, the top line, of course, the 7950X3D. So this is the topmost CPU. Of course, not the fastest for gaming, which is the 7800X3D, which is coming soon. Here is not available in the store yet, so I'm picking up the 16 cores, 32 thread CPU, because I'm usually also doing editing video and other 3D stuff. So anyway, so hopefully this kind of balance the things, but I know it's not going to be the fastest in the gaming, but hopefully it will. The more cores will help also in FS 2020. So yeah, the CPU is AMD Ryzen 9 7950X3D. This is a Zen 5 series. The motherboard is I'm going to use Asus TUF series, which is the extreme version of the chipset, which is X670E. This is the plus Wi-Fi series, so it's including the Wi-Fi, and also the memory. I'm going to use the G-Skill Trident Z5. This is a bit of DDR, but probably I'm going to turn it off. This is the spec is 6000 mega hertz. No, this is a mega transfer per second. So mega transfer, 6000 mega transfers per second, so around 3000 megahertz clock. So it's double data rate, and the latency is 32. So it's going to be quite fast, but not the fastest. Of course, the fastest is 6400 mega transfer per second with CL30 or 32, I forgot. But that is probably the fastest. So this is less fast, but should be okay. And then for the GPU, of course, I'm using the RTX 4090. I'm going to talk about this GPU later on, but I don't think I have to introduce this anymore. This is currently the fastest CPU currently available. Yeah, so I'm using the 10 watt Phantom. So it's black, mostly black without with less color, RGB color. The next one will be the PSU. The power supply will be using Asus TUF also. This one is the 1080 plus Gold series, but already PCIe Gen 5, PCIe 5 standard, and also ATX 3.0 standard. So it's already provided 12-volt high power cables. So it's going to be helpful, not using the adapter usually provided by the GPU manufacturer. So it's going to be less cables connecting less power cable connecting into the GPU. The storage we're going to use, the first main storage we're going to use Gen 4 SSD. So this is the highest available, I guess, from Seagate, Fire CUDA 530. So this is M.2 PCIe Gen 4. So this, I think based on review, this is still the fastest. It is on discount right now. So I get it a discount, get a t-shirt also. Thank you for this one. So hopefully this will speed up the, I think the speed is up to 7,300 gigabyte per second read, sequential read. And then yeah, of course it's going to be double the speed from my previous Gen 3 SSD or M.2 SSD. So this hopefully will help a bit on speeding up the opening of the applications. What else? I think the next will be the PC case. I'm not going to show it, it's very big. I'm going to use the Antex Ento Pro 2. So that's the one of the largest. I think below Corsair 1000D, if not mistaken. So that it can accommodate dual motherboard, actually, the ITX one. But I'm not gonna install the second motherboard or the second PC, but I'm gonna install the second GPU, which is I'm just using the GT730 SS card. This is without the fan. This card will provide additional 2 or 3 connectors also to another monitor. So I'm gonna have 4 from the GPU, which is 1 HDMI and 3 DPI connectors, and 2 actually from the motherboard. Asus will provide 2, which is the DPI 1.4 and then HDMI 2.1. So we got 5 already, and I'm gonna add another 3 from here. It's gonna add up to 8, right? Oh no, so 9 actually, 9 possible display, but without any SLI. So I'm not going to use SLI. It's just to display like some of the, in my hardware cockpit, going to display around primary flight display, navigation display, the ECAM monitors, and also the MCDU. So, and also the utility monitors to control the software. So I'm currently using 8 monitors in my cockpit. So this will help reduce the use of USB display card, things like that, which is not reliable. So hopefully that will address the display issues onto the build. So the next build, the next component is the CPU coolers. That's most important also. CPU cooler, I'm using AIO. So it's Deepcool LT720. This is, I think based on review, this is quite capable of cooling the AMD, which is not so bad compared to Intel 13 Gen series, which is very hot at 300 something watt, but usually the AMD is around 150 watt below. So it's kind of like not demanding, not too demanding. So I think this capable AIO will probably able to reduce the temperatures and thus enable CPU to boost the frequency much longer or higher. So hopefully this help improve the boost of the CPU. The next component will be the fan. I'm going to use several fan. I'm going to use 4 fan, 3 150 mil from the front as intake, and 1 from below 140, and then on the side will be the exhaust from this 360 mil AIO, and then on the top I'm going to use 2 140 on the rear side, and then 1 on the rear 140 rear fan to exhaust the hot air from the case. And there will be some other fan probably in between that I'm going to add a smaller one, probably just to improve the airflow and cooling capacity from the build. Okay, so that is the components, I guess. Mostly, did I forgot something? Oh, there will be some PWM cables. So I'm going to use the PCIe extension. So I'm going to put this one almost close to the bottom of the case later on. I'm going to use this PCIe extension to be able to connect to the Asus GT730 GPU. Yeah, it's not demanding, so it's probably running at 4 times slot rather than 16 slot PCIe 4, mostly in the top most GPU slot. That is for the 4090 definitely, but the bottom slot of the PCIe 16 slot, I think PCIe 3.0 16 slot going to be used for this GT730. Okay, so I think that's it. I'm going to use Windows Pro 11. Going to install Bitron. Going to do a fresh build, so a fresh installation of Windows, and also transferring my Flight Simulator 2020 into the new computer. Okay, so let's go into the build. See you there. Okay, so we are back now. Clean up the desk, and now just motherboard first, CPU, the memory, and the SSD that we're gonna install first. So let's do that. So let me switch into the vertical camera. So here we are. Get my cutter very handy. So let's open it. So this is the unboxing also. I haven't really opened it, so going to be interesting. Let's see. Okay, cool. So let's take this out. Wow, so it's very heavy. Okay, we're gonna have this is the Wi-Fi cable, so I'm gonna put it in the box first. So we have some SATA cables, some, I think this is M.2 screw, some sticker pad, double tape pad, small one, I don't know for what, CD guides, and yeah, sticker. Okay, sticker, and then okay, so here's the motherboard. Very heavy. Okay, so this is a very beefy heatsink. This is for the chipset. This is for the main M.2 PCIe Gen 5. This is going to be Gen 4. I forgot. Yeah, I think no, this is the CPU. Two here are connected to CPU directly, but this one connected to chipset, and this one, sorry, I think another one here connected to, oh sorry, this one, not without the heatsink, it's connected to chipset also, but this one is I think, I forgot, yeah, Gen 3, and this one is shared with this SATA 1 and 2. Okay, so there's several connection, fan, pumps, double CPU power, 12 volt, and this is ATX power cables. I think that's it. Yeah, so we're gonna start the build. So before that, we're gonna open up also the CPU. This one without the fan provided, so only the chip. Okay, nothing else. AMD red team. Yeah, been red team for almost 3 builds. So here it is, the chipset. Open it. Okay, so there's the directions to go there, and I think that is also the indicator here. Yeah, I think we're gonna see it. Let's open it. Okay, so careful. Since Zen 5, I think they changed from the pin into this pad. I forgot the name though. But anyway, this one is going to be different. So let's put it in. I think it's more durable, I guess. They're required to change the socket for for the Zen 5 series. Okay, we're gonna put, yep. So that's it. The CPU has been installed. Yep, correctly. Hopefully there's nothing wrong with that. No, I'm not building PC quite frequently, so yeah, I'm not that kind of fluent, I guess, in terms of the PC. But anyway, it's gonna be very interesting. Okay, so I'm gonna open this first slot first before installing the memory and the M.2. Okay, unfortunately, there's no bottom sync, only the upper sync for this one. So yeah. Second one will be memory. So we're gonna install in the gray one, which is A2 and B2. That is the recommended slot. Okay, this is Trident's. I think it's quite expensive. Still quite expensive, DDR5. Some sticker also. Let's put that aside. Ooh, okay. Oops, sorry, wrong one. Wrong direction. Okay. Okay, one. Two. Okay, slot A2B2. This is, by the way, 32 gigabyte. So two of them will give me 64 gigabyte. It's more than enough. Usually 32 gigabyte is already sufficient. But I noticed that using FS2020 sometimes it can be quite taking a lot of because you put a lot of application beside FS2020 also, Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. So you kind of like having another 3 to 4 application open, add-ons and other stuff going on in the back. So 64 will give me sufficient or headrooms for the storage, for the memory, sorry. Okay, so let's open this one. How do you open this? Oh, it's from top. Wow, it's very neat packaging. I think they're still in the promo this day, so it's actually good. Fire CUDA 530 series PCIe Gen 4 SSD. Still the fastest today, before the Gen 5 coming. Okay, and by the way, this is having a quick release already. Okay, cool. So now it's quick release. Let's put the heatsink. Gonna peel off the plastic cover first. Okay. Where's the, okay, I think this one. Correct direction. Correct direction is that one. Okay. So M.2 in, memory in, CPU in. I'm done with this motherboard. So we're gonna now put into the case. So I'm gonna bring the big case of Fantex Ento Pro 2 in here. So we're gonna put this inside the case. Okay, so I'm gonna pause here. Okay, so here we are. The Fantex Ento Pro 2 is very huge, so I'm not going to able to show you the full case. I'm gonna probably have to back off the camera later on and show you the total case. But as you can see here, there will be a motherboard here. There's going to be AIO here. I put another cover, one cover left here. There will be intake fan here, and then intake exhaust fan up here. Just two of them, the 140. So I left one here without the fan, because it's just need to be supplying this AIO, and then toward the case here I'm going to put another 140 here on the rear, and here there's another space to put the second graphic card. The main graphic card will be here. So yeah, so it's going to be very heavy built, very big case. It's going to be ample room and very supposed to be cooler temperature. Okay, so let's take the motherboard in, and the motherboard has already put the back plate. I just need to peel off the sticker of the back plate. Gonna put right into here. Yep. Let me see on the bolt. Should be okay. Okay, let me get the nuts and bolt, and then we screw this thing into the motherboard. So this is the box provided from the Fantex Ento case. So there's a full of accessories. So some of it will be the alternate back plate. I already changed into the slot expansion slot back plate, and several hard drive and also GPU bracket already provided. This one is for the hard drive. Yes, I think there's a lot of hard drive bracket provided, and also a box of screw. Very nice case with not, it's very thoughtful. Usually they just put it in a plastic bag or something. So I'm gonna use this screw. So let me install this first. I'm gonna accelerate the video. Before I continue with this installation, I forgot I need to prepare the bracket for the cooler. but yeah, I'm gonna do it later on. I think it should be replaced, one of the hook. And then I forgot I need to install the fan first, so it's going to be quite difficult to install the fan later on. Gonna open this thing. Okay, let's see. Yep. So I can open this, and then I can open the filter and say, yep, filter taken off. Now I have a huge opening here, which I can install the fan first, and also up there, yep, remove the magnetic filter, and I can install also on the top. So before, by the way, if you see there's not enough room here, if you install 30 mil, it will be like somewhere here. So I'm gonna put just a fan over here. Okay, let me put the fan first, and without I'm gonna speed up the video anyway. So for the fan, case fan, I'm using Arctic F14 PWM PST value pack. This is 5 of them inside. And also for exhaust, I'm going to put P14 PWM, so it's a bit more capable in pushing through the air into something, which is the mesh or the back plate of this. So it's going to put some pressure. Okay. Sorry, I forgot. I opened up the bottom cover, but actually you don't need it to install the fan. You just open the screw up here. Just screw. And then you open this bracket. Okay. So once the bracket open, you can then install the fan here. Only one 140 on the bottom. The two is 120, but I cannot install here. Probably 120 here to put the air into the smaller GPU. Okay. I don't have the 120 yet, so I'm gonna trying to get another 120 somewhere else. So we're gonna just install 140 first, and let's see if we can add the fan lead. There's a screw. Oh, it's quite difficult. That's it. 1, 2, 3, 4 intake, and I'm gonna put the top one, 2 of them. So gonna pause here and then install it. Okay, we're done installing the fan first, just in case it's quite difficult when it's crowded. 1, 2, 3, and there's a fan in the bottom part. One fan, and then 2 on top, 2, 3 on top, and actually 3 more here going sideways anyway. So we'll see if we can put a radiator behind it. I don't know, we'll see. Yeah, it's going to be quite tight, but this is quite shallow, so if I put the radiator and the fan, it will be like up here, so it already restricts the airflow to some degree to this area. So I'm gonna put, let's say, the radiator behind the scene and then pull the head of the AIO here. So if that can be done, and the fan will be 120 here from behind the plate, so it should be much better compared to if the radiator and the fan is inside the case. We'll see. So I'm gonna stop here, and then we're gonna prepare the PSU and other cabling, I guess, before we install the rest of the case. Okay, so see you there. So before we proceed with the next installations, I'm gonna show you the case now. It's so huge. I think it's around 55 centimeters tall. I think it's around 20 centimeters, 25. Here you can see this is a rear side. This is the PSU cover, so power supply will be behind this case, and there's ample space here for another ITX motherboard, and with the standing card, a second graphic card. The problem is the PSU is only one, so you're gonna have to use like thermal take. What series I forgot. There's a dual motherboard capable power supply. So yeah, so I'm gonna put a cover also here. So I'm gonna put an accurate cover, so to prevent the hot air race and suck up by the GPU around here. So that will be pushed. The fan, this 120 fan will push the air toward this area. I think that's probably it. And yeah, that's the front. You can see the front, so quite heavy. The front is 1, 2, 3, 4 intake fan. I think this is gonna be kind of crowded here, so we'll see if we can put something like a divider here to direct air over there, or to the GPU at least, and 2 of them are gonna supply the upper area. I think that's about it at this moment. So yeah, so we're gonna see the PSU installation next. Okay. A bunch of cables, braided one. It's quite nice. Two power cable, US and Europe style. Some ties and the power supply itself. Well, ready? Some double cut. Can open this first, the cover. So we can install the cable easier this way. It's actually hinged, but I think you can open the hinge. I was looking. No, anyway, so it should be okay. Now the intake will be coming from here. There was a grill from here, so the air intake will be here, coming from here, and then going outside. Okay. So this is a few cables. This one is the ATX cables that we need for the motherboard. Two 12-pin. Which one is CPU, and another one is CPU. So this three cable for CPU. This one is for graphic card. Okay, we're gonna install the CPU cooler now. I'm gonna prepare the item first and read the manual because I don't know how to do the brackets. I need to pull out the bracket first, I think, and replace the, not the backplate though, the backplate is still using the same thing, but the bracket will be, the hook of the bracket will be removed, I think, using the deep cool provided one. So yeah, so I'm gonna take a look and install the fan first later on, and then we're gonna put that into the case. Okay, so we'll see how it fits in. Can we fit the radiator behind and then the fan inside the case? Okay. Okay, done installing the fan. So I managed to put the fan on top in the inside the case, but the radiator actually behind the this frame. So it's actually not uh, kind of hindering the flow of the air from the front fan. So now I'm gonna put the head, the cooler head into the CPU. So I need to take out this bracket. Okay, I think this one is the AMD one, the AMD AM5 versions of the brackets. So I'm gonna take out the screw. So I do need to install, hold on, yeah, this one. Yep, this one is like have to be screwed over here, placing the bracket. Okay, two more. Okay, so I need to remove this cover. This is the infinity mirror. So I need to install the bracket here. Wow, that's quite tight. Hold on. Find a good way to do this. Hold on, let me Things supposed to be like here. Yeah, it's gonna be very tight, but it'd be like here. No, something like here, like this. No, I think so. Okay, need to put the bracket here. Using the screw. Screw. Okay, so this one should be middle. Okay, this is the pump. Okay, I'm done with this cabling behind. I'm not sure what else. I think I'm gonna put some other things like the cable for, not sure, everything for hard drive already. Done here. I think should be okay. We'll see if we lack of something. Still have something not connected or powered, but I think it's quite tidy here, as you can see. Cable are pretty tidy, except for this area I'm worried about because it's blocking a bit on the airflow, but I think it should be okay. Yeah. No, I don't know. I cannot do anything about this, but no, cannot do either. It's too tight, and if I pull that on, it will be not flat. See, it's not flat, so to be careful here. Anyway, it will be pressed by the blade. Okay, so I'm done with the cabling of the power. Now I'm going to move into the second GPU, and then the final one will be the main GPU. Okay. Okay, so this is the PCIe extension cable. I hope this is good quality. Anyway, gonna put on the PCI 16 Gen 4. This is, I think, 4-time slot. Will be a 4-time slot, sorry. No, this is correct. Okay, second part has been installed. Should be okay. Hopefully it should be okay. Okay, it's going to be for the main graphic card. Okay, so I'm done with the cooler. The second graphic card, I need to install the M.2 from the other computer, but not today. I'm gonna test it first. Once it's okay, then I'm gonna move the old one, the old drive to the SSD to this. Also, I'm gonna put the hard drive somewhere behind this or not. I'm not sure, but anyway. So let's install the last piece of the equipment, which is the graphic card. Okay, this is the graphic card. So this is the main. So it's going to be the main interest, the main actor of the. Wow, I tore the cardboard. Come on. Yeah. Huge. Oops, sorry. Ta-da. Wow, this is accessories. Let's see the accessories first. I tore it again. How do I open this? Oh, this is the extension cable. This is the LED. This is the what? think it's the CPU bracket somehow. Yep, the CPU bracket too. We got the CPU bracket too, so we're gonna take a look later on. Okay, let's take a look at the main stuff. Oh, this is massive. This. Wow. Beautiful. It's black. Some pipe here. I think it should be an accent or real pipe. I don't know. The heat pipe is going up here. Very industrial. Very. I think it's quality is good. I think, yeah, really nice. I like this. I like this. Yeah. Compare with the other, it has a lot of colors. This one is very subtle. Not many color. Black, dark theme. So will be good. Okay, so let me turn this casing down again and let's install this. Okay, wow, this is only a triple slot compared with the other, like the FE, the Founder editions. It is only 4 slot. It is only 3 slot, so it is not as massive as the Founder edition or the other AI, the other GPU like ASUS, for example. It's actually occupy 4 slots, so this one is quite decent. Only 3 slot. Let me remove this slot and let's install the card. No PCIe tab protections. Whoa, massive. Wow, really massive. So there will be a lot of heat coming out of this card, and got to exhaust it quickly because it's okay. Cool. Now we are talking. Now I think let's see the bracket here. I need to read the manual on how to install this, but yep, I need to read the manual. I don't know how to install this, but I think we got also from this case the bracket, so we can use that also. We'll see. So let's peel out this sticker. Ooh. Cool. Okay, it's done. Okay, let's put the cable here. This is PCIe 5 standard cable, so it's only a single cable without any extension. Sure, it's ready. This build is really simple. No lighting, no RGB, just black. This is carry 450 watts. I can imagine how big the power is. And what else? I think I'm done. So we're just preparing for the startup and power on this beast. Okay, so come back later. I need the monitors and yeah, to display this output. Okay, so basically it's quite a lot of cables, a lot of HDMI port connections, and here we are, the PC, the final configuration. So unfortunately I cannot use the NVIDIA 730 because it's no longer supported on the driver, so I'm putting my old GTX 1080 Ti. It's quite power hungry, but again I think it's the power supply is quite capable to handle it, and also it's not being used for heavy duty. It's only 2D monitors with less than full HD, although it's probably using 3 HDMI output. This one is using a converter from DPI into HDMI. So yes, so here's some stickers. Oh yeah, this one is actually acrylic, so I put a cover here so the hot air going out from this A1080 Ti will be output out of this area using the additional fan, also for the power supply also. So basically and also yeah, so it's kind of not giving hot air, trying not to give hot air to the RTX 4090 above. Okay, so 4090 is using a cable PCIe 3.0 or Gen 5. Basically it's a single cable. I don't know, I haven't really hopefully it won't burn. Yeah, so that is the final setup, and I'm using deep cool as mentioned in the build. So this has been tested and actually has been used for several flights already. So yeah, so if you want to see the power on, so I'm using it. So that is the indicator. So the orange means that it's checking the RAM. It's still some RGB, but no longer RGB in. There's no RGB in the fan, and I put it a purple color, most of it. So yeah, I don't care anyway. So I won't see it because I'm inside the room. So the room is actually behind this wall. So this is outside the room. Okay. So it's checking, and then red means it's ready for, I think it's I don't know, display, and then white, and then green, meaning it's all good to go. Okay, so basically there's some accent in the case. Also I add another fan 120 here, so 140 140, so all 140 also there, and 2 up there, nothing there, and that's actually 120. So there's another 120 down there just to pull cool air for this graphic card. So yeah, so that's the final setup. So it's a purple color with the dark theme, so it should be okay. And also additionally there's a cover there which actually kind of like ducting to get the cold air from the rooms, from the AC in the room, to give this supply all cold air rather than some other return coming into the main intake. So this is all intake including bottom fan, exit, and also exit from the radiators, and also of course in the back. So I add another fan actually just to help suck hot air out of from the case, because this is quite hot, actually quite warm. Yeah, so I'm using three HDMI, one HDMI, two converter from DPI to HDMI for the main 4K monitors, and this one is for all the display on my cockpit. Okay, so yeah, that's it. And it's been used for a while and it's quite okay right now, so it should be okay. I'll monitor the performance using my Stream Deck with some plugins. Okay, so hopefully that's useful for you guys who wants to build the powerful PC for your simulator. Okay, see you.